that. And on-site training, we even send them for a course, book binding, because sometimes even the creative, you know, the, what you call that? Yes, it needs to be, what you call this, there is a method how they have to stamp it and that sort of thing. And book binding is important because our annual reports are being done by the students. We have no money, see, we have to be very careful not to spend money. So why not? All our annual report, they bind it, and it's as good as sent to the printers, you know. And then of course, food packaging. And we also have a small cafe, red cafe, we call it at our home. This is where, when we have meetings, and even volunteers coming in, they don't have to go outside and buy drinks or food. The students will start selling, you know, even with the special machine, they serve drinks and we buy from them. And the money is good because it's for their development fund. There is one way teaching them how to be their own bosses, you know. So, and of course, we don't have to cook for the council members when they come for meetings. They expect food to be on the table. We said, no, you have to buy your own food now. You know, so that is a win-win situation. And then we have, of course, handicraft center. If you've ever been to our home, we can boast to say that we have a wonderful range of handicraft, beautifully done by the disabled people. And in this way, we, of course, the market is very small here. We send it to Christmas bazaars and all that. People somehow or other don't appreciate the work of art. You know, it's not because they're expensive, it's the work involved. It's so wonderfully sold, you know. So we show them this art. And of course, then we have the pictures of the hotel. And this is one good example of a hotel. The GM, General Manager, Datin Jasmine, a very good friend of ours, make sure that all the directors of different departments come forward and we brief them. These are our students. So the laundry housekeeper will understand that she or he must not scream or shout at people. Teach them communication, very focused. Don't just expect them to what you call this, fold the towel just like that. You teach them, and they will be a good person to carry out instruction. So we are very glad. Even the chef, every time we have graduation, we had how many graduation? Four graduations in the hotel. It was so meaningful, so touching, you know. All the people were there, and they gave. The chef said that if you want to open up something, please call us, because our students did during Christmas. They did a beautiful Christmas, you know, a chocolate cake and that sort of thing. So there you are, you see. They can do it. It's skilled, right? And of course, they are in the bakery section because they learn from us the basic. But when they go to the hotel, it's a real practical for them. And they can do it. They can do pizza. So this is something that, you know, and of course we have this young gentleman, Faiz, very smartly dressed in uniform, just opening the door. Yes, good morning, good afternoon. But the hotel is very smart. They gave him a button to say that I'm still learning. Because we had one occasion, caught us by surprise, that one American gentleman asked a lot of things, and he smiled all the way. Yes, sir, smile, smile. He couldn't, of course, make us slow. They couldn't understand. Then, of course, he was so angry. He went up to the front office, said, what kind of staff you have? But because all the staff in the hotel had been briefed, right? So the girl was saying that, sir, do you look, have you seen the button that he has? I'm learning. Then he was so, you know, he was so upset for being, you know, so he went up to Paris and said, come and have a drink. He smiled and so on. So it is something, you know, that, and they will make a good, what call this, concierge. And of course, the laundry, the housekeeper is very happy with the work. We have 4 batches there, no complaints. In fact, that's one thing that we learn from these people, especially the Downs and the autistic. Autistic a little bit different because of behavior. But the Downs, they're very good in something, focusing on something. If they fold the towels, please don't take the towels as you like. Don't fold the towels on the rack. They get very upset. To them, they take pains. It is something that they are proud that they have done a good job. So again, the hotel employees are being briefed, and then of course Nabil is doing a good job, and they have all the interviews with the local and of course the corporate people. They actually go for interviews with the parents, because we want the parents to understand that there is something they must support the young people. And then the Giant also, we have few people already working in Giant. Now, where are they placed? We have all the various places that they have been placed. Some of them are working in Giant, Cold Storage, hotels, Jetco, Tesco, Cat4, So they're doing well, doing well. And of course, the number of intakes there, we have. And the list of employers, very impressive. We have all the employees in town, the hotels, Jetco. The thing is that when you talk about our economic empowerment program, you see there are 3 types of employment. Open employment. If they cannot go for open employment, they have to be ready for shelter for shop. If they still cannot go for shelter for shop, they can be their own bosses. You see? So these are the 3 areas that we must prepare for them. And all these are pictures. Cold Storage, Cat4, Bakery, Tesco, Shangri-La, and all that. Now, we come to the Dobies in their Berhad. Last year, we went to see one gentleman. Actually, he wanted to sell his washing machine. And then he got suddenly the idea, hey, why not develop that business into something to help out, right? So we managed to have one laundry shop in Mid-Valley. So please, if you like to have our people, get your, maybe once a week you come down to town, bring all your clothes, dirty clothes, send it to our Dobi. We have our young people, many, and they are their own bosses. They own the business. Nothing to do with us now. We have given them, So there are 8 of them working, their own bosses, their directors of the Dobi. And then of course we have successful ones like furthering their studies. We have one boy, Muhammad. He's very good in ICT, so now he's furthering his studies. And then we have the collaborations. This is the success story of Shasha Home. We have good friends, good partners. We collaborate a lot with HSBC and UBS. But it's not easy to get these people to help us. They are very, very, our KPI must be there. Our report writing must be there. And of course, the assessment and evaluation, So why not? That's what it's all about, right? Good governance, best practices. So we have this, and the latest one, we have the MATEC, Malaysian Association of Hotel Training and Education Center. We have signed MOU with them. The reason being is that we have just built a building which we want to house outstation students. If they are being sent for practical training in all the hotels, MATEC will endorse the certification. So that means if they come from Penang, they go back to Penang, they can be employed in the hotels in Penang or otherwise. So partnering with them is very good at this point. Yeah? And then, I hope I'm not, So now, with all this, we have all the young people. the voices of the young people must be heard. Especially, they are the ones who must inform the public of their rights. So London has made a point to encourage all the homes throughout the world that they must reach out to the young people, let the young people be empowered to voice out their rights. So in Malaysia, we have 2 homes already establishing young voices. One is Selangor, one in Sabah. And of course, we have our young lady here, Lina. She coordinates all the programs for the young voices, and they are very important because they speak for others. So what they do, they emphasize a lot on advocacy workshop. So they go to Selangor Stadium, they go to the building, and they do audit. Johannes, so this is very important, is the audit done by the young people. And they give reports. Unfortunately, some of the high authority don't bother to read their reports. And I think we're going to have one during the 19th on the assess, simulation exercise. Now the young people is doing a good job. They are being taught now how to advocate their rights. When they go to work, they even inform their employers that there's no ramp, there's no OKU, disabled toilet, that sort of thing, So, and even like HSBC, when they build a new building, they called us to send our young people for audit. So they went. Both of them fell down as they were auditing the ramp, because it showed that the ramp is not the right, length and width for the young people, for any disabled person, universal design. So this is important, and they went to Pasar Burung, they did the campaign, advocacy, they sent a letter to the mayor hasn't looked into it, it's still there, unfortunately. So what else can they do? So they went also to Sydney University, they did an audit, and I'll look forward when they come here on the 19th. Let them be, it's a friendly kind of, exercise, And of course, we had the football disability, which was the first one done in Malaysia. And of course, we built a building. Dr. Katijah is the chairman of the building. It's already completed. I'm looking for sponsors, for beds, mattresses. Again, it's never stopped. We are looking for people, to buy this, buy that. But nevertheless, we are very glad to have our own building, training and resource building. And if any of your students like to do any research, I have all the documents, I have built up a lot of papers with all the conferences, 30 years, they're all there. Anything that you want, we have, So it's something small, but it's relating to our work. So there you are. Thank you very much for your time. And please come to our